Okay, another class on ways of. Now we're looking at ways of looking. So lots of vocabulary on the theme of looking, and as always, yes, you'll see lots of this in literature, you really will. But you'll hear lots of it in everyday English as well, because all of this is everyday English, certainly. So if you frown at somebody, you do that with your eyebrows, you know, you have this worried, anxious or concerned look on your forehead. And so you frown at somebody if you're annoyed or if you're worried. It could be either, but you frown at somebody, and it literally is doing that with your with the muscles above your eyes. Yeah, and so I get lots of creases on my forehead when I frown. And you can say he always walks around with a frown on his face, just like you can say a smile on his face. Yeah, he always walks around with a frown on his face or a smile on his face. And obviously they are different. A frown is this, and a smile is that. Yeah. Now, if a phrasal verb quickly, if you say his parents frown on his relationship with his new girlfriend, you know, they disapprove of that relationship. And to frown on something or somebody is to disapprove of something or somebody. And that's also used, frown on or frown upon. Upon and on are often synonymous prepositions. Upon is just the older, more literary, more formal version. Okay, so frown is an annoyed or worried look, yeah? Glare is an angry look, yeah? And it means you look at somebody for a long time. It's got that staring component as well, because stare is just for a long time, but glare is for a long time and angry. And notice that with the verbs of looking at something, they're nearly always at, yeah? Stare at, frown at, glare at, gaze at. So that's something that's fortunate, isn't it, really? It's a little bit easier to remember, because it's easy to remember look at, yeah? Hopefully. Okay, so if you glare at somebody, you are angry with them. But you can also fix somebody with a fierce glare or with an icy glare. Yeah, these collocate very well with the noun glare. And if you fix someone with an icy glare or a fierce glare, you're glaring at them fiercely or in a cold manner. You know, that's why we say an icy glare, because the person is really cold and yeah, there's no warmth, no love in that look. So you can also talk about glare from your monitor. And I think this is often overlooked, but you can talk about the dazzling glare of the headlights of a car, or maybe the dazzling glare of a monitor. Yeah, I mean, when I'm reading things on my monitor, on my computer late at night, there's a lot of glare, and that's that bright, dazzling light from the monitor that means that you can sometimes hurt your eyes after a while and find yourself twitching. So you can also talk about the full glare of the monitor or the intense glare of the morning sun. Yeah, so this can mean a dazzling bright light as well as an angry look. It has two meanings, okay? It's the noun that's used really as glare from the monitor and glare from the headlights and glare from the morning sun. So it's the second meaning. And so, yeah, whenever anything is glaring at you, by the way, usually you squint like that, because the dazzling light, the blinding lights, the dazzling lights make you squint, yeah? So if you've got a car's headlights glaring at you, and you can use it as a verb, sorry, yeah, the car's headlights glared at me. It doesn't mean they stared at you, because of course